There's a moment on the Bridgerton set that nobody planned. The cameras were rolling, the scene was locked. And then Thompson did something completely off-script. And Yerin's reaction? That wasn't acting. That was real. And it made the final cut. Today we're breaking down the unscripted moments between Luke and Yerin that actually ended up in the show. The ones the directors kept because they were too good to throw away. Stick around to the end, because the last one on this list is the moment that the Bridgerton fandom has been replaying on loop. And most people don't even know it wasn't scripted. If you're new here, welcome to the Central. We cover everything Bridgerton, and when it comes to Benedict and Sophie, we go deep. I'm talking behind-the-scenes breakdowns, chemistry analysis, season predictions, all of it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. Now, let's get into it. The look that wasn't in the script. Every actor has a moment where they break from the page and just respond. And Thompson is known for this. In one of the ballroom sequences, there's a beat where Benedict catches Sophie's eye across the room. What you see on screen, that slow, almost reluctant look away, that wasn't written. According to behind-the-scenes interviews, the script had him moving straight into dialogue. But Luke held the gaze a half-second longer, and the editor kept it. That pause, that's what made the scene. Yerin has talked about how Luke creates space in a scene. He doesn't rush toward the next line. He lives in the moment first. And that right there is what makes their chemistry feel so unforced on screen. Quick break. If you're watching this and thinking I need more of this, the subscribe button is right there. We drop Lucarin content every week, and Season 5 coverage is going to be intense. The touch that surprised Yerin. This one is well documented in fan breakdowns. There's a scene where Benedict reaches for Sophie's hand, and Yerin's sharp intake of breath, that tiny, almost imperceptible reaction, was real. Luke had been playing that particular moment differently in rehearsal. He changed it on the day, without warning. Yerin's response was genuine surprise, and the director left it in because it read as Sophie being genuinely caught off guard, which is, of course, exactly what Sophie should be feeling in that moment. That's the thing about Lucarin. The line between their real dynamic and their character dynamic is genuinely blurry, and the show benefits every time it bleeds through. The ad-lib that became a fan favorite. Thompson is known to slightly adjust his delivery in ways that aren't always caught in the script notes. There's a line Benedict delivers to Sophie, understated, almost throwaway, that has been quoted endlessly in the fandom. And the phrasing? Not verbatim from the script. Luke's rhythm, Luke's word choice. The writers have said in interviews that they sometimes write for how Luke speaks as Benedict, because the character has become so shaped by his interpretation. Yerin matching that energy every single time is what seals it. She doesn't just react to Benedict's words, she reacts to Luke's delivery of them, which has its own texture and timing. Pattern interrupt, the BTS moment fans caught. Here's one that didn't happen in a scene, it happened between takes. There's a clip that's circulated from the Season 5 promo shoots, where Luke says something off camera, and Yerin completely breaks. Full laughter. And then, a beat later, she pulls it back and goes straight into the look that ended up in the promo stills. That transition, from genuine cracking up to the intense, loaded expression, that is the promo still. The photographer caught it mid-recovery. The Lucarin fandom spotted it immediately. The slightly too bright eyes, the suppressed smile at the corner of her mouth. It's in there, and it's real. The ending scene nobody expected to work. There's a scene near the end of a key episode, I won't spoil it for those still catching up, where Benedict and Sophie share a moment that was originally written as dialogue-heavy. It got cut down significantly in post. What replaced the missing lines? Silence. And the two of them just existing in that silence together. That was a set decision, made in the room. Luke and Yerin held it longer than scheduled. The director didn't call cut. And what ended up on screen is almost entirely unscripted stillness. The score carries it, the expressions carry it, and people lost it when that episode dropped. That's the power of casting two actors who trust each other enough to do nothing and make it everything. Here's what I want to know from you. Which one of these moments hit different when you rewatched it knowing it wasn't scripted? Drop it in the comments. Was it the look, the touch, the ad-lib, or the silence? And if you want to see me break down what these moments tell us about where Benedict and Sophie are headed in the next season, that video is coming. Make sure you're subscribed so you see it the second it drops.